Hello everyone, and welcome to the Northern Star's time capsule opening. I am Bryn Krug, the editor-in-chief here at the Star, and I want to thank you all for coming today to witness this historic, sentimental moment.
Wow.
First, we have a copy of the First Amendment from the Constitution. We have a Beanie Baby. We have many newspapers from the time.
It's a documentary on the Star. On VHS.
We have a CD from the NIU Steel Band. We have the Northern Lights, a DeKalb community map, some things from the School of Art, the Football Media Guide, a residence hall handbook and planner, some documents from Prism, a Beanie Baby handbook, the undergraduate catalog from 2000, the NIU Community Telephone Directory, a copy of an issue of Towers Magazine, annual newsletter from the School of Theater and Dance, some documents from both the College of Engineering and Health Services, a letter from the NIU Telecommunication Services, and the program for the Husky Marching Band Centennial Concert. We will begin putting in the stuff for the time capsule to be open in 2050.
I came to the time capsule opening today mainly because I was curious.
Were you surprised by what was inside?
Not at all. Because it was a bunch of newspapers, there was a phone book in there that I thought was interesting, a bunch of manuals and stuff from the 2000s here in NIU. The one other thing was the Beanie Baby, which I was not shocked about in the slightest. Those were very popular at the time.
Can you just briefly sort of take us back in time to sort of explain what NIU and the Northern Star was like in the year 2000?
The Star, we came out every day, 5 days a week. Football program was just kind of getting going back then. They were looking at building what's now the Convocation Center. We were there to report on everything all along the way.
What do you think about the future of the Star and NIU for the next 25 years, for 2050?
I hope it's bright. I mean, media is changing a lot over the years, and for me, the Star was a great stomping ground to get my feet immersed into journalism, and it carried me throughout my career. Hopefully, the next 25 years are even better.
What tips do you have for the current Northern Star staff in 2025?
Always ask questions and write a lot. It's great to be first and fast, but you also got to be right. Your credibility is the most important thing that you have.
Were you surprised by any of the items, or was it a good representation of the year 2000?
I'd say it's a representation of official NIU from that point. I think as I was talking to students today from that era, and they all kind of said, I wish we had put more of the fun stuff in there, because there was a lot of official publications from the university, that kind of thing. And there was a Beanie Baby in there and things like that, so there were some strange things. But yeah, it's interesting to look back just to see every little piece there strikes a memory.
As the previous advisors to the Northern Star, what advice do you have for the current Northern Star staff in 2025?
Embrace change. Embrace all the opportunities that change is going to bring you technology-wise. You're going to live in a world where AI is front and center. You're going to need to understand and learn how that impacts your careers, how that impacts daily life. It's going to change the world more than the internet. And in 2000, we were still kind of dealing with what is the internet going to look like and how is that going to impact life. You're going to see a bigger impact with AI, and I think that will be what your generation inherits and gets to manage and figure out.
As the current editor-in-chief for the spring of 2025, were you surprised by anything in the time capsule today?
I wouldn't say surprised. I think a lot of it was just media from that time, and there were a few CDs from the NIU Orchestra as well as like the NIU Jazz Ensemble. That actually did surprise me because I don't think about them, uploading their performances to actual CDs. So that was kind of cool to see. There was also a VHS tape in there with a documentary on it. So I'm really interested to view that and see what it's about. But yeah, just a lot of papers and like flyers from back in 2000 of different NIU related things. With our political climate and our world as a whole, the press and the First Amendment is so incredibly important. So I think in 2025, all we can do is continue to uplift that and uplift those values. It's special for me to get to be a part of this event and get to seal that time capsule, because it's nice to think that they're going to open that time capsule and we are going to be able to give them a glimpse of our life at this time.
As the future fall editor-in-chief, what direction do you plan to take the Northern Star moving forward?
You know, similarly to what Bryn said, I mean, in this day and age, it has never been more important to uphold those journalistic standards and journalistic ethics. As the editor-in-chief of the Northern Star, I want to continue doing right by the students, right by the DeKalb community, and putting out good, engaging, and content readers will want to read, frankly. The Northern Star has been around since 1899, and it has a strong tradition of excellence. So just to be able to kind of put myself in the history of the Northern Star and being able to be there and put that time capsule in was truly an awesome feeling, and it was great.